right, so like normal, we will wait for a few moments to make sure that someone is watching, that my signal's actually getting out there, that this is actually getting to you out there. Because in here, I can see it and it's running and it's working. But whether it's getting out there to you, I don't know until somebody gives me a comment back. But more than likely, I don't know. It's the rain is horrendous outside right now. So I was thinking that maybe people are out at an event or whatever, but not so much. Hey, you are somebody, Steve. You are the buddy. You're my buddy. Thank you. Steve Caltes, Triple B Fabrication, the big blue barn. I pick you. I pick you. If we were playing volleyball, I don't know if I'd pick you, but I'll pick you. All right, guys. Yeah, I am absolutely still trying to recuperate from the trip back from Kentucky. The trip down was fine. The show itself was amazing. Oh my gosh. The entire Carter County Cruisers, my whole family, John, and all of them. It was just an amazing show and stuff. The band, if you don't know, I'm telling you what, my vote is to get that. For the people should be contacted. I put the information on the video. I believe the last part, there was 5 parts to it. And to be honest with you, there are so many bloopers and outtakes. I could probably put up another 30 to 45 minute video on all that, of just the fun and frivolity, the fun that we were all having down there. It was amazing. But the trip back was fraught with some issues, mechanical, technical difficulties, or I hate machines. But anyway, the 4-hour-ish trip back actually took over 8 hours, and I missed again, and I apologized. Cruise into the ice cream social, Washington Township. Yeah, Washington Town, the cruise into the Washington. I missed it a second time this year, and I apologize so much. But getting in at 1:30 in the morning and trying to get everything sorted and organized to be back up at 7 in the morning and then back out to another show, I was done in. Like I said, that 8-hour drive in that truck, and it was maddening going up and down those country roads trying to get out of where a device sent me. But once I got across the river, I knew all the roads, just like going down. I knew my own shortcuts to go around all of the construction going down in Ohio, because I know all of the roads from the river to the lake, pretty much how to get out. I don't know their names. I don't know whatever, but I've been up and down the majority of many of them over the last almost 70 years. So, we got back and stuff, and I just didn't have enough left to do it. And then the next day, of course, paying for just the sheer exertion and everything, it's taken me up to about now to kind of get to where I can actually function again. I missed a lot of shows throughout the week, the cruise ins and everything like that, and I apologize, but we're going to try and make up what we can for this weekend, because there are some really, really cool things coming up. On Saturday, August the 17th, cruising to the mountaintop at the VFW, 7578 Fenner Rd in Ludlow Falls, and that is 10:30 a.m. to 3:30. The Rusty Geezers are putting this on, and I have been trying to get to an event for them for the longest time. It just never seemed to work out, but I've really made effort to try and do this and get out there. It's at the VFW. I believe they say they have 15 acres free. They have parking area, tarmac, and 15 acres. They're going to have vendors, amusement, things for the whole family, things to buy, things to purchase, things like that. There is a phone number on the information is listed down below and everything. But I'm really looking forward to this, and I will be. We got the golf cart back. That was another thing that I'll talk about here at the end. We got the golf cart back, so hopefully I'll be okay to go out there. But they say to bring cars, trucks, motorcycles, golf carts, and rat rods. So it's 15 acres, 10:30 to 3. I'm going to try and be there. Now on Sunday, been looking forward for this one for a long time too. There are other things going on, many other events going on, but these, again, those are the ones I'm going to try and get to, is the Tate's Tasty Treats Cars and Cones Car Show. Not just the cruise in, that the two Shanes, no waiting. The two Shanes are putting on up in West Milton. This is the actual car show, Sunday, August the 18th at 1125 South Miami Street, West Milton. Tasty Treat, Bowling Alley, we're taking over that whole thing. They have it set up. There will be trophies. There will be all kinds of goodness going on. That's another one on Sunday that I'm going to try and do. Now, of course, on Monday, I usually do the cruise in at Monday night in New Carlisle, but there are 2 going on that day, but luckily they are one right after another. These promoters know how to do it. If you want folks to come out and you're within a certain area, you don't want to compete with another event. You want to allow them to have theirs so you can have yours. So these guys are setting it up. The USS, that is the United Senior Services Cruise In, and it has 1216 West Lake Avenue, New Carlisle, 12 to 3. All right, we're going to try and get out there, get us some video of the cars, the cruise-ins. They says, come one, come all. It's got a sock hop atmosphere, car show, cruise-in, food, music, dancing. We will have a great time. If you're not a member of the USS, which is the United Senior Services, you can be able to join that day. Anyone wants to bring their car, please do. The more the merrier. And again, that is 1216 West Lake Avenue, New Carlisle. And they have a phone number there also on that day right after. So when that one ends at 3, you can cruise all on over to the New Carlisle Cruise In, the New Carlisle Monday night Cruise In, State Route 235, but it's 201 North Main Street, just north of State Route 571. 5 to 8, so you can go and enjoy yourself at the one, and then just go right on just a tad down the road and go to the next one. Plenty of time to get you a little something, do a little something, relieve a little something, pick up a little something, polish a little something, and bring it on out to Monday night Cruise In down there. I know Ed and Kim would appreciate it, and that's what I'm going to try and do and be there. So that's where I'm going to try and be this weekend. So let me click that off so I don't have to have that staring me in the face, and I can actually see who's out there. Yeah, so we got the golf cart back. Those of you that own some of the late model Easy Goes, there is a known issue with the module, basically the ECU, the brain. Once it gets wet, it may take a couple years to show up, but they have an issue with the module getting some corrosion and or whatever. It will still run and function, doesn't run as smooth as it did when it was new, but then after a while, it just gets totally erratic. So Dad's would run for a little bit and then shut off, or wouldn't start. So they took it in, knew what it was. I guess this is a known issue. So it's not the dealerships where you buy the Easy Goes, it's actual Easy Goes parts that they're putting on the Easy Goes. You may or may not have something show up for years at a time, from my understanding, but the more moisture that your golf cart is in, which these things are pretty much primarily made to be in thunderstorm, rainstorms, or whatever, because when Easy Go manufactures them, they will set outside their facilities for weeks and or months in any weather. And any dealership they go to, 99% of the time, if you look at them, they are outside in the weather because that's what they're made for. But this module, the brain, that ICB whatever thing, but it's the ECU, the brain of it, has a tendency, the one that they've been using, they're sealed, has a tendency to start to pick up moisture after it gets a little age on it, and then this happens. Now, have they made an official recall like any proper manufacturer should do when they know there's an issue of things that they're building and they're continuing to build them and pump them out? No, they do not. What they do is they sell the new part, quote unquote, it may or may not be a replacement that has been upgraded or not, to the dealerships, and then have them put them in when people come in to ask for them, instead of officially making a recall, because you know all that accountability thing that they don't want to go through. Ours equipment specialists they used to be the old Harley Davidsons in Springfield, were very nice. That's like $400. All right, so that was $400 that they didn't charge us. They ate the cost and put it in, and that is tremendous. We really appreciate it. We went ahead and had the yearly service done on it and everything. That wasn't too bad. So they went completely through and changed any belts it needs, tuned it up, set it all up, changed the oil, did everything, and got that all done. And I was told that that doesn't necessarily need to be done every year. It always depends on how many hours you put on the machine, miles, but hours on a golf cart. Just like my GO4, it has an hour meter on it. It doesn't really run by mileage. It runs by how many hours that it's had on it, just like most heavy equipment that I've ever operated. So it depends on that. You may or may not need what they call seasonal maintenance. You could go 2 or more years, depending on how many hours you actually run it. But we'll see how this module holds up. This one is supposed to be the new improved one. We will see, because EasyGo, you know, they supply what they supply to, you know, those people that sell things. So I just want everybody, I'm not complaining about that. What I'm saying is I want you to be aware that if you have an EasyGo and start developing issues like that, that's more than likely probably what it is, and be aware that that was the cause. That being said, I still think they should have a recall, but I know the lawyers the lawyers are going to go, no. Yes, I believe there will be ice cream at both events. Let's see, at Tate's Tasty Treats, I know there will be. And then at the one on Monday night, the Shake Shack, I'm pretty sure it's the Shake Shack, Steve. So I'm pretty sure, yes, it'll have ice cream as well and stuff. Yeah, I got to thank, like I said, I want to thank my family again in Kentucky. It was a blast. It was absolute. Jane Rose, that band and the dead end kids and stuff, or the dead end boys. Yeah. Like, again, I have it listed on that video, the information on where you can contact them, whatever. Y'all, if you can get them for an event, I'm putting my vote in to see if Brian can get it for out there at the bash. I'm not sure he can. She's probably already booked up for whatever, but man, she was good. She was good. And they really were good. Rockabilly / rhythm blues, whatever and stuff. It was really, really good doing that. Yeah, I contacted everybody that I would be off. I'm contacting everybody through this now that I'm always a little off. I'm going to try and get back at it and do what I can. Primarily, probably will only be able to do those that go on the weekend. I have some footage that I should be getting from Shane's show in Xenia. Digger went out to do that. There were some technical difficulties with that, and I will work that out, and I will try and get it up as soon as I can. And of course, Asphalt Outlaws is on the 17th. I won't be there. Digger is going to try and get out there and stuff and cover that for me, so that he will buy seasonal. Yes, Steve, any way that your fence flops, if you want to be bi-seasonal. And yes, it's a PJ page. Steve Coldice, gotta love him. I need to get with you, Steve, on that rear end too. I don't know if that narrowed 9-inch that you were looking for me. You said you had one. I still need to get that. So if you know that, and or I have the transmission, I'm still debating on whether or not to pull the motor out of one of the vehicles and be able to use that for this upcoming project. Everybody, I got an upcoming project where I think I'm going to try and modify the Gopher into something a little different. Of course, how much different could you get from what I ride around in the meter maid vehicle, right? So I get that up. Still looking for the a key truck, a sandbar, a 96, 97, 98, 99 Subaru Sambar, Dias 2 van. I'm still looking for that. Cody, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Still looking for that. Or a good Astra van at a reasonable price. Always looking for that. If I can get one of those to make something for utilizing to get to the shows comfortably and everything. Foster, what's up, Foster? Foster's usually number one. You got to be number 3 today, Foster, but hey, 3 ain't a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cody, it's man, it's pouring rain out there. So, but I have it on good information that tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday will be fine, even though it's 12 or 18%. They say supposed to be rain. I'm pretty sure by the time we get to do anything, it's all going to be good. We'll be farther north, and it's going to go off to the east. And then when we come back on Sunday and Monday there at Washington, West Milton and everything, I think we're going to be good. Oh, it's good. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it tends to happen that way, Steve. But no, I mean, no, not a hurry. I just as soon as you let me know, and I know if I have that, then I'll get the transmission out, dig it out, because I know where that is. Then I'll have those 2 things, and then I'll just have to get the motor, and I'll have to weigh out whether or not it's worth pulling the motor out of a vehicle and trying to rebuild it, because it's been setting for 30 years, 25, 30 years at minimal. Whether go through that or just figure out a way to get the finances for a crate motor, to get a crate motor. And getting the crate motor will be good because I think they come with a year warranty or something like that. But the price of that, whether I get a Volkswagen motor or a small block V8 and stuff, they are pretty much the same price. And we'll see how that works. I still always have plans to try and get the Flossie out, and I'm still working on that. But we've got so much stuff we're still going through with still after 4 years of my sister's passing. We're still trying to get that out. But we're working on it. Yeah. Lots of things coming up. Hot rod Gopher. Well, it won't be an LS. I'm probably going to stay primarily old school, so I don't care if it's a 283, a 305, a 307, a 350, 327. I don't care. So it'll probably be old school block. I don't think I'll put an LS in it because part of the issue, the reason I want to get away with what I'm doing now is because the Gopher has 1997, so it has a ECU. It has a brain in it, which is you can't get, and if it ever goes, and then all the other electronic issues that I've had with it and all that. So I'd like to do that. I would like to be able to have a tunnel ram with 2 4s on it. Or I wouldn't mind doing something, like I said, even weirder is having, 3 2s on it or 2 2s, depending on whatever. But I could put in what I want to do, I could put a 4-cylinder in it. 6 cylinders too long, and I have those too. I have a 4-cylinder, so I could put the little Nova 4-cylinder in it and do that. But if I'm going to do the 4-cylinder, it's the same length and takes up the same space front to back. Not side to side, but front to back is the V8, and the V8 really will fit down in where I want to do it. So from 4-cylinder to V8, why not go the V8? I'm just saying. I mean, the Gopher only weighs $1.98, so it's basically the motor idling. So it'd be like all of the V8 motors that are on motorcycles. It would be the same thing. You're not pushing any weight. You're just carrying the weight basically of the motor transmission. So yeah, V8, that's what I'd like to do. But like I said, I don't need a big block in it. A Chevy small block would fit in there, and I think would push it rather well. Because see, I took a 45 mile an hour set up and fiddled with it and got it to go over 85 miles an hour. So I ought to be able to take a small block and push it a little bit. I'm not going to turn a lot of corners with it because I'm going to lengthen it by 2 feet, stretch it out, put a wing on the back, not your ringing wing, but your wing. Anyway, big difference. So we'll do. And I thought about the turbos, but if I go to do turbo, I think I'll do one of the, I would probably do a Pro Charger before I do the turbos. I know, again, you need some electronics for the Pro Charger and whatever, but the turbos not so much. But yeah, I think I would go with something like a Pro Charger or one of the little, I can't think of the name of it right now. Back in my day, they were 471s. You had 471s, 671s, and 871. Yeah. So 471, the little micro blowers that we used to put on the side of 4 cylinders and 6 cylinders, straight 6s. So they mount sideways with side draft. So I could put Strombergs on it, or I could put Deltros 48s on it, or something like that. You know, and do that. That would be cool. Yeah. No, I really, really want to do it because the way I just gut everything, all of the little Ford foreign car front wheel drive that's shoved into the back of GO4, just slide it out and make a chassis rail and stuff and just slide it in with a hinge suspension. It only gave me about 4 inches of suspension, but and use it. I still won't take it out on, 75 and 70 and all of the 70 mile an hour things and everything, only because the shape of the GO4 at speed tends to lift a little bit. And at the speed that this will probably be pushing it in a straight line, I got good wheelie bars to put on the back. I'll just say it because I'm going to need them. All right, guys, this has been long enough. I just wanted to let out where I was going, tell everybody about the easy goes and stuff. Again, like I said, not a complaint. Just information on, what I ran across. Hopefully it'll be back out there. I'm pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure, and I have it on a good opinion that the weather will be pretty good for Saturday and Sunday where I'm going. Here might be raining, or a little south might be raining from here, but up West Milton, Ludlow Falls, I think it's supposed to be going to be pretty good and stuff. So Ludlow Falls will be an all-day thing for me. I'll be up there until I have to come back. So we'll see how that all goes. And then, of course, out at Tate's Tasty Treats, I'll be there as long as I can get video, and hopefully the party rolls on. But there's always good food there right at Tate's, and all the stuff going on. And like I said, if you can come out Sunday to West Milton to support the two Shanes, it's Shane and Shane. So if you can come out there and do that, I really appreciate it. Tony, what's up, Tony? Wheelie bars. I've already got the bars and stuff. They come off of some of my other Volkswagen trikes and stuff that I had. So I've already got the wheelie bars. A lot of the off-road bars that we use is actually a crossover that only has one large, real soft, poofy wheel on it for the sand dunes and stuff. I got one of those sitting out there. So I mean, the only thing is with that, if it rears up and starts to turn, that's where it's going to go. On off-road, when you're racing off-road, you can actually have a cutting brake, and while the front end's in the air for an 1/8 mile, you can just steer with the rear wheels. But yeah, it's just something I want to do, to have something looking different and everything. Got to be weird, got to be a little odd. You know how it is, Tony, right? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, but there are a lot of good things coming up in a couple of weeks and stuff. We got the Rose, we got Kolbachers, the Trans Am Nationals are coming. The Legion, the Post 598 is coming up next week. Cars and Parts, the Springfield Cars and Parts and Swap Meets coming up by the end of the month. And then let's sneak a peek on the calendar too. We got Oh, the air-cooled Volkswagen's coming up. I'm going to see about getting that. Mangoes is having a brunch and burnouts. That's going to be interesting during the day. The Rolling Fisties, Pickheads, the Pickwa Mall veterans thing. Lots and lots and lots of stuff is coming up. So those are things to look forward to. Let's see. Now, right now, I'm running Cody. I'm running a bunch of mad hamsters. They've all had their rabies shots, but I'm not sure that it worked because it did run pretty good. I mean, it didn't get there quickly, but it would roll up to, like I said, over 85 in a vehicle like that that wasn't really ever intended. If I can get the new setup, it should be able to do 85 really quickly. Really quickly. I figure the way I gear it, it'll top out at about 120. So we'll find an area. I mean, they don't let trikes go down raceways anymore, so I'm pretty sure Killcare wouldn't let it go out there. They discontinued that because they said they were unstable, but I've been around the motorcycles going down the track all the time. You want to talk about unstable. It can get a little squirrely, but we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. Tony, everybody, Topwater, you be careful out there, man. It's wet, rainy, and it might snow. Tony's been catching a lot of fish. I've been watching his fish while I've been fishing videos and stuff while I've been recuperating and everything. So, all right, guys, we're going bye. We're going to get out of here. We'll see you all later.